Hello everybody and welcome back to Harvest Moon Save the Homeland. In this video we are going to go off into town and we're going to be doing a little bit of exploring, and we're going to meet a couple of the townspeople. And I'm also going to be doing a little bit of foraging and giving you guys some tips on how to earn a little bit of money and how to spend it. Now, unfortunately, because there's not a whole lot to do in this valley, we're going to have to wait until a lot of the stores open at 8 o'clock. So maybe what I'll do is I'll head back towards the Goddess Pond and start my foraging there. And by the time I've done a little bit of foraging and picking up some materials, more people should be out and about. I think I'm able to do a little bit of foraging in this area too. Let's talk to our first person here. This is a girl who actually works at the cafe, which isn't open until much later, so it'll just save us some time by talking to her now. Hi, I've never seen you before. Oh, you must be Tony's grandson. Are you going to work on his farm? Oh, I see. So what's your name? How old are you? Where are you from? Okay, so you're Nick. Nice to meet you. I'm Katie, and I'm 16 years old. Katie is the youngest person in the valley, and in Magical Melody, as well as in Hero of Leaf Valley, I do believe that she's actually 18. So that's just a little bit of fun fact sort of trivia for you. And just like in Magical Melody, she also works in a cafe. Except for that, she's working in a cafe with her grandfather rather than just working there as a waitress. Foraging is very valuable in this game. Nearly everything that you forage can be given away as a gift or can be sold. Flowers can be gathered and sold, and there are a lot of villagers that like flowers and herbs and all sorts of other things that you can pick up and forage. And because relationships are so important in this game, it is important to give people the right presents when you see them. So it's always nice to have a wide variety of things in your bag. Furthermore, there are a variety of things that you can eat, which will help you with your stamina if you don't have any food to eat in your inventory and you're in dire need of a little bit of energy. So pick up everything when you see it. And let's speak to this gentleman here. Hi, nice to meet you. The name's Parsley. I'm a plant hunter. My job is to look for plants and seeds. Parsley is basically basil. His name changes depending on what version you're playing. And because he's a plant hunter, he likes all sorts of plants. He likes flowers, he likes roots, weeds, pretty much anything that relates to any sort of flora in the area. And I did forget to mention that Katie likes flowers. There's probably a bunch of other things that she likes as well, but I found it incredibly easy to work up her friendship just by giving her flowers, which of course are completely free. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Wallace. I run the cafe and the bar. So, where are you from? I see. So you're here for your grandfather's farm. You're Tony's grandson, huh? Well, good luck. I'm not entirely sure what Wallace likes, but if memory serves me, he's a pretty non-important character. He doesn't really serve much purpose in the game, and if I find out that he does, or if anything strikes my memory, then I'll be sure to update you guys on that. I think that's pretty much it for this area. Although I do see someone else walking along the path here, so let's introduce ourselves to this guy before moving on. If he would stop walking away from me, very rude. Nice to meet you. I've heard about you and your farm. This town might be gone in a year. But good luck on your farm. I'm Lewis. It's been a pleasure. And Lewis owns the tool shop, which we'll have to go and visit at a later date. Because he's walking around the valley, so obviously his store is closed today. Who are you? What do you want? Oh, you're his grandson. It's too late to come and live here. You see, this town might become history pretty soon. That friendly old gentleman is Woody, and he is the main carpenter. And these two gentlemen here are his apprentices. Where did you come from? I see. My name is Kurt. I'm an apprentice at the carpenters. So again, same role as he had in Magical Melody. Kurt loves tomatoes, as well as any other vegetables or any other sort of, or anything that you can grow on the farm. Hey, you don't look familiar. You can't possibly be here on vacation. Oh, so you're that old farmer guy's grandson. You're here to collect his stuff? I'm Joe, by the way. I don't think we'll know each other for a long time, but nice to meet you. I don't know what sort of cryptic message he's sending, but anyways, if you want to befriend Woody, he will take very berries. And very berries are these weird looking fruit things here. Again, I haven't really befriended Woody much, so I may have to get back to you guys on that one. Joe doesn't like flowers and any sort of plants, but you can give him fish if you want to befriend him, or vegetables. Now we're back at square one where we started. I'm not sure what the time is. But luckily, the grocery store is still open, so we can speak to this gentleman here. Hi, you must be the kid who's visiting Tony's farm. I thought you were just picking up his stuff. You're going to be running his farm, did you say? Well, nice to meet you. I'm Ronald. And Ronald's store is one of the stores that you can sell things to. Now, instead of the shipping box, each store will have inventory of things that it will sell and things that it will buy from you. So there are only certain things that you can sell to certain stores, which is something to keep in mind. At the grocery store, you can sell all of your crops, and you can sell a few of the things that you can forage around town, as well as dairy products. Now here you can buy food, which is used in cooking and also used to help with your fatigue. Now, I'm gonna buy an egg for 50G, which is the same price that you can sell them for, by the way. We're actually going to be able to use that egg to hatch a chick, which is one of the huge money-saving techniques you can do at the start of the game. Hi, I'm Tim. Nice to meet you. What's your name, big guy? Oh, you moved to the farm? Good luck. And I stand corrected, Katie is not the youngest person living in the valley, Tim is, but I always forget about him because he's such a minor character. And I think now it's getting dark and I've sort of run out of time to introduce you guys to the rest of the valley, but that's okay because tomorrow we'll be able to do a little bit of shopping, hopefully. Browse a couple of more wares, take a look at what people have to offer. Now, once the stores are closed, there's really not a whole lot to do, so you can come back to your farm and maybe collect a little bit of fodder, or you can feed the stray dogs, put your animals inside if it's going to rain, do a little bit of foraging, but I find myself going to bed in this game very, very early. Pretty much as soon as all the stores closed and I've given all my presents away for the day. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to work towards hatching my first egg. You can buy a store-bought egg for 50G, and put it into the incubator. And like I said, that's sort of a little cheat that you can use to mass produce chickens for very, very cheap, and it's very useful, especially at the start of the game. Because you only have $100, you can buy an egg for $50, and you can get a head start on getting a chicken. So I think what I'll do is I will rest, and because there's still quite a bit of time left in this video, I suppose what I'll do is I'll just go back out and meet the rest of the townsfolk that we didn't meet today. On rainy days, there is no music, which takes a little bit of getting used to because it's completely silent. All you hear is the sound of rain, which is, sort of a nice, calming sort of sound. I'm gonna go to the villa first, and I'm gonna do a little bit of foraging to pass some time. Now in each area, different items will have different regrow times. For example, flowers will grow back every 2 or 3 days, whereas very berries may take a little bit longer to grow back and to mature. But keep checking back, and again, just pick up anything that you can. Especially if you're trying to get money at the start of the game. Flowers can be sold for $10 a piece. Very berries can also be sold for $10 a piece. Blueberries can be sold for $30 a piece, I think. And if you're doing a lot of gathering and you have a lot of extra items, although they don't sell for very much, it will really add up and it will allow you to start buying some crops and whatnot. Alright, so in the mansion, there is actually the option to sell a couple of things. Lots of animal products, as well as crops, dairy products, fish, and herbs. So, surprisingly, this place has a wide variety of stuff that you can sell, which is very useful. How do you do? My name is Gina. You must be Mr. Nick. It's a pleasure to meet you. Gina is the maid who lives at the villa. Hello there, dear. I've never seen you around before. Where are you from? Oh, so you're Tony's grandson, Nick. My name's Martha. Nice to meet you. Martha is Gina's grandmother, and she's also a maid here at the villa. And then finally, we can talk to this young lady here. Hello, I have never seen you before. Are you a tourist? No? I do not need to know your name. You won't be here for long anyway, will you? You do not need to know my name either. This very friendly individual is Dia, of course, and she's the person who lives in the villa and who Gina and Martha are taking care of. Dia is one of the hardest people to befriend, and even if you give her her most loved gift, she will not respond right away. So blueberries are her favorite gift that you can give her, but she won't allude to that until you started giving her a lot of presents. I like to give Gina flowers, and I usually give Martha very berries to increase her friendship. With all those introductions out of the way, we can go back a couple of squares here and meet up with everybody else. I hope that the shop is open. It's not open. This is probably the only day that it's not open, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of searching. Yoo-hoo! Anybody home? Doesn't look like it. That's okay, it gives me a bit of an excuse to go and look at all the other animals. So the ranch does sell animal products and animals to you, but they also have a lot of animals for you to come and look at. They also offer part-time work for you to gain a little bit of money. Hey, what's up? Are you the new owner of that farm? I'm Bob. I run the brownie farm. Nice to meet you. So that guy's the owner. And if you befriend him, you will eventually be able to get a horse from him, so just keep that in mind. Bob likes animal products, so if you give him eggs and milk, you'll increase his friendship pretty quickly. And of course, the animals aren't out because it's a rainy day, so they need to take them in so they don't get sick. We will definitely check out the animal shop. There's going to be tons of opportunity for that in the future. I wouldn't be able to afford anything if I went in there anyways, so perhaps it's for the best. Here is the flower and seed shop. Oh, hello, nice to meet you. I didn't think we'd be getting any visitors here. Oh, so your name is Nick. Good luck with your farm. So Lila here will sell you all of your crops. So anything that you need, your potatoes, tomatoes, corn, and breadfruit. Now, what's unique about these crops and how this game works is that these crops are in season throughout spring, summer, and fall. So you can buy these crops in the spring and you don't have to worry about the seasons changing over, which is really nice because breadfruit, corn, and tomatoes are all replenishable. Once you plant them, assuming you take care of them, they'll be good for 3 seasons. Potatoes are the only crop that you have to keep replanting, which is just something to take into consideration. You can sell all your crops to her. You can bring her flowers to sell, as well as a few other things as well. And I think our last stop today will be at the tool shop. Now, we already met Lewis, but we didn't really take a look at his wares. This is the place where you would buy all of your tools for your animals, as well as upgrades. There are only 2 tool upgrades as far as I know, the sickle and one other tool that's escaping my mind right now. And you can also buy medicine to make your fatigue go away. And you can sell Lewis any sort of stones or mining materials that you find, as well as milk and herbs. Alright, so I got most of the introductions out of the way. I do believe there's only one person I haven't talked to, and I'm sure that I'll be able to find her sometime soon. There is really no rush, I'm not too worried about it. And I totally forgot that I was already given a few things to plant as well, so I should do that while the weather is rainy. Unlike a lot of other Harvest Moon games that plant things in a 3x3 square, each bag is a square, so if you have 2 bags of seeds, that's going to cover 2 squares. So in order to cover the entire field, you would need to buy however many bags that were required. So that's a little bit of a different system. They don't charge you a lot for a bag, they charge you maybe $20 or $30 per bag. So you can kind of just do a couple baby steps, you can plant a couple of things that you can afford, and once those things eventually fruit, you can sell them and get more money to buy more seeds. So it is sort of a nice system in my opinion, although it's a little bit different. Alright, so this video was pretty long, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully the rain stops tomorrow so we can go out and see a little bit more of the village. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.